Welcome to this instructional video on how to replace the Molecular Sieve Oxygen Production System on the Rhythm Healthcare LM5BA Stationary Oxygen Concentrator. Let's get started. Items you'll need. Number 1 Phillips screwdriver, tweezers, diagonal pliers, 3mm hex key, replacement cable ties, Molecular Sieve Oxygen System LM5BA-MSO. First, ensure the unit is unplugged from the AC outlet. Remove the humidifier bottle to avoid damage, since the unit will need to be placed face down for servicing. Next, remove the intake filter from the rear panel. Lift out on the locking tab and remove the rear panel. Then remove the inlet filter by lifting on the unattached end, pulling it outward. Place the unit face down on a work table, using a mat or cardboard underneath to prevent scratching the case. Using a Phillips screwdriver, remove the 3 screws from the handle, followed by the 4 screws in the corners. Push the inlet filter receptacle inward to allow the case to be removed. Gently separate the clamshell covers several inches to gain access to the AC power cord. Press the locking tab on the AC power cable connector, then pull to release. You can now open and position the 2 covers next to each other. It's helpful to position the rear cover upright due to the transfill port line. Using a Phillips screwdriver, loosen the hose clamp on the air inlet braided tubing connected to the solenoid valve assembly, then disconnect it. With diagonal pliers, cut the cable tie on the nitrogen discharge braided tubing and disconnect the tubing. Next, use diagonal pliers to cut the cable tie, securing the PCB pressure sensor tubing, and remove the silicone tubing. Disconnect the solenoid valve harness from the PCB. Carefully lift the sieve beds. Cut the cable ties on both the oxygen tube and the pressure regulator tube. Then remove the tubing. The replacement assembly includes the sieve beds, oxygen tank, and pressure regulator. The valve assembly must be removed from the original unit and installed onto the new assembly. Using a 3mm hex key, loosen the 4 screws securing the solenoid valve and remove it. Use the same hardware to install the solenoid valve assembly onto the new unit. Remove the temporary oxygen and pressure tubing, then connect the pressure sensor tubing and secure it with a cable tie. Reconnect the oxygen tubing and secure with a cable tie. Position the Molecular Sieve Oxygen Production System back into the unit and slide it into place. Reconnect the silicone pressure tubing to the PCB and secure with cable tie. Reconnect the solenoid valve harness to the PCB. Reconnect the nitrogen discharge tubing to the solenoid valve assembly and secure with a cable tie. Reconnect the air inlet tubing to the solenoid valve assembly and secure with hose clamp. To close the case, position the rear cover by aligning it with the front cover at the top handle, then along the side handles, leaving the bottom open for access to the AC power cord connector. Reconnect the AC power cord, ensuring the connectors are securely latched together. Ensure the AC power cord is tucked inside to avoid pinching, then close the case. Install the 4 screws in the corners of the case. Then the 3 in the handle. Reinstall the inlet filter, rear panel, and intake filter. Finally, reinstall the humidifier bottle. Thank you for viewing.